excited about our 2017 incoming class. We have 6 great players that cover all positions. We have, Allie Mock, a local. She's about a 6'1" outside hitter. She, first saw Allie when she came to camp here, and really excited to work with her and continue to progress. She's played a good amount of volleyball, but the amount of volleyball that she's going to play here will just increase, and I'm excited to see what she's going to be able to do with that training. The next one, we're going to go with Alexis Bachmeier from Fargo North. She is a outside hitter, setter, defensive specialist. She's going to be a great player for us who's going to find her way on the court. She's competitive, feisty, athletic, and like I said, her versatility and ability to play in multiple roles is going to be really beneficial to us. Hannah Gale as an outside hitter. Well, she actually played middle for most of her high school, but she is going to be an outside hitter for us, so we're going to look at training her and developing her into that outside position and having her transition from the middle to the outside. I know that's where she's had experience at both over the last, but mainly most times teams need her to play in the middle, so that's where they put her. But we really like what she'd be able to do on the outside for us. Next, we got Bella Lean. She is a 6'2" middle blocker, and she is fantastic. She is a fun kid to be around, but more importantly, what she's accomplished over the last 2 years and how much work ethic she has and the amount of passion she has for volleyball. And, I'm excited to see what she's going to do. I've been most impressed with the improvements she's made over the last year. She has really worked hard, and, she's someone we initially talked about in the recruiting process with redshirting, but where she's improved for the last couple of years, it's going to be hard to, redshirt her that first year, especially with some holes in the middle for us. And then we have 2 from Iowa, Emily and Emily. We are replacing 3 of our Emilys with just 2 Emilys. One is a defensive specialist libero, Emily Mcgowan, and the other one is Emily Halverson. And they actually both play on the same club together right now, so that one goes by Big Emily and Little Emily is how they differentiate them. Emily Halverson 6'3" and is a middle, and Emily Mcgowan is a little bit shorter than that, and she plays in the libero. But both have played a lot of volleyball. Really excited to have both of them become a part of our program and what they're going to do to contribute next year.
Someone like Allie Mock, 1,000 career kills in her career, but she also had 1,000 digs. Is that something she's going to be able to bring to the next level? Is that versatility on offense and defense?
Yeah, I think, her ability to play 6 rotations, that's something we looked at. We're graduating that with Hadley Steffen, and so really looking for that in our outside hitters, and that's something that we will definitely train her right away with. She's done it all, and so there's some technical things that we're going to work on, but I think that's only going to just help her continue to excel in all areas of the game.
You lose Myron and then you lose Minnick in the middle, but looks like Bella and Emily have a lot of stats that they have that look good. How early can these 2 come in and make an impact when they first get on campus?
Yeah, we're gonna need them to have a pretty significant impact right away, but I think they are. They'll take some learning. The speed of the game in the middle and blocking is one of the biggest things that you see a jump from the high school game to the college game. But they're both, they were at camp this last summer, and the way that they learn and their eagerness to learn. So I think they're going to be like sponges, and I think they'll be able to adjust really quickly to the college game.
With someone like Alexis, a Fargo girl, how important is it to make sure a girl who's in your own city stay here and come to this university?
Oh, I think, that's part of, we've always had players on that that bleed green and gold, they've been a Bison forever, and she's one that I think is going to be I'm really excited to work with her. I think she's a special kid, and like I said before, she has the ability to impact the court in many different areas, and that's something that, take that and her combination with her being local and a Fargo native, that's some of the stuff that's going to be exciting to see what she does.
Look at Hannah Gale. Most kills and most blocks, but the one thing that sticks out to me is she wins the 100% effort award. Is that something that you see when you watch her play?
Yeah. Yep. No, and she's one that she works so hard, and that's something when you watch her in the middle too, and that's why a lot of teams have not necessarily, they're like, well, we'd like you on the outside, but just because of that work ethic of what she can do in the middle is something that they couldn't pass up, and they needed that, because even though maybe she's not 6'3" in the middle, but just the ability for her to work side to side. So I like her bringing that to the outside position and what she's going to be able to do there. I'm really excited about.
Look at Emily Mcgowan. I mean, I know you have some defensive specialists, but that's something you want to do. Make sure every year is to grab at least one libero or defensive specialist in each class.
Yeah, we graduated 3. As you count, well, I guess technically 4 if Allie Moody, you include that in there. So, and that's where she was this last year. So it is something that is very important, and we use a lot of them. Defense and passing is a big part of who we are. It's a big part of our identity as a team, and so having strong players in that role is really important. And Emily brings a significant IQ. I think you look at her comparable to Emily Milligan. They play at a high level club. They've played around the nation. And they've played against some of the top hitters in her class. So I think she's going to be able to bring that in that defensive spot, which will be really good.
But I think nothing that sticks out is kind of everyone academically is pretty high. Is that something you look for in a student athlete?
Yeah, academics are very important. That's something that we have really high standards for our team as an individual, and that's something that we do look for. And that's something that it's nice because North Dakota State attracts high academic students as well. We have people that contact us and they're looking for specific degrees like in engineering or something like that, and that's something that's really important to a lot of these players, and we have the combination of both volleyball and academics here, so that definitely helps us in attracting high academics.